Good evening, everybody. It is a few minutes after 6 p.m. on the East Coast. It is Thursday. That means it is not time for Thursday Revolution. No, instead, we are doing EXW Roundtable episode 18. Yes, that is right. We're not doing Thursday Revolution. It is pay-per-view week. So we are doing Roundtable tonight. So I am going to get this shared out. And as y'all know, I can't type and talk at the same time. I'll screw something up. And I got to connect my headset, so I already screwed something up. Hopefully y'all heard all that. Thanks, Tito. Did y'all hear my opening? I just want to make sure you heard the opening. And I am going to go turn the music down just a little bit. Hey, Cougs! Yes, I know Cougs didn't hear the opening. Wally, did you hear the opening? Cowboy John, howdy. All right, I got to send this out to Firestar. Okay. All right. I am doing not unwell, thank you. All right, now let's see. I need to get back to a different document. I believe that's the document I want to be in first. So, Cougs, are you calling in? I tell you, Cougs had a hell of a day yesterday.
I hope y'all caught yesterday's show, because that's what we're going to be doing a lot of talking about today. If y'all hadn't caught yesterday's show, you're going to get lots of spoilers. But I recommend you go back and watch it, even though you get the spoilers. It was a hell of a show. A lot of great matches. Uh, sorry. I am trying to get a hold of. I don't know why I'm doing it here and not on the computer. Silly me. Because I can't type and type and talk at the same time. But yeah, we had great pay-per-view yesterday. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're going to talk about the matches coming up tomorrow. I have all but 2 of them ready to go. One has not been set at all. I will get that tonight. Once I get that match, and one match I don't have the stipulations on. But once I get those 2 matches, I will post the match card in Skype and on Twitter. But the rest of the matches are ready to go. So we will be talking about those matches. One of the matches that we do not, I've got to get the stipulations on, is a title match. So I have messaged that GM. And one of our title matches is actually a challenge match. We'll get to that more. We'll get to that more in just a little bit. Hello, Cougs. Cougs, are you there?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Verizon Cougs.
I'll be here for a little bit.
All right. Did you like that entrance there I gave you? Hello, Cougs. Did you mute your show?
Yes.
Okay, well, I could hear hear it in the background.
It took me a second to get myself organized.
Okay, we're good. Okay, so you want to start? Let's go ahead and get started. I think giving people 10.5 minutes to get in here is pretty good. If they're not in here by now, well, they should have been here.
Mm.
Let's start by going over the pay-per-view. That was a crazy pay-per-view, crazy day one, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, I'm still exhausted.
Well, you better get your rest in tonight because you got a busy day tomorrow.
I know. That's not making me feel any better.
Yeah, one of your girls had a good, well, two of your girls had a good day. One of them not so much.
Yeah.
So let's talk about our opening match. Sunshine Marigold took on Melina in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And, well, they didn't really go much of anywhere, did they?
No, they did not. I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah, they pretty well stuck to the ring, but it was a great match. And Sunshine came out the winner of that first match.
That was to be expected, I think, though.
Sunny's a tough competitor. She is. She didn't like how the last pay-per-view went leading up to it and the outcome of the last pay-per-view. But, I'm sorry, all belts are defended at the pay-per-view. Even if you just won the belt the week before.
Right?
All belts are defended.
And well, if you're a champion, you're supposed to defend all the time. Otherwise, you're nothing but a paper champion.
Exactly. Now, Gift of the Goddess and the World Champion aren't defended every week. And they shouldn't be. Those are two of the top titles. And, it's understandable those aren't defended every week. Or the tag titles. Sorry about that, folks. Cougs, I muted you. That was you. Ooh, sorry about that, folks. Cougs has got some issues going on over there. That you probably didn't hear. Yeah, you're not hearing that noise. You've got some really bad squelching and bad noise coming through on your end. You might want to hang up and call back, Cougs, and see if that works on clearing it up. Woo! Sorry about that, folks. Now I know how y'all feel when I do that, because I certainly don't hear it on my end. Hey, Shadow. All right, so we're moving on to our second match. Our second match is a 6-woman tag team match. We had Savannah, Firecracker, and Abigail on the first team, Steffi, Katie, and Karma on the second team. And this was an elimination tag team match. And boy, I tell you, I thought we were going to end up in a draw with that match. I think we ended up with a little more than 2 minutes left, maybe a little more than a minute left. But it was down to the wire. Sneaking on from work. There you go, Shadow. It was close. I thought, like I said, I seriously thought we were going to end in a draw. But the first elimination was Katie Nightwalker. And so that gave the advantage to Savannah Firecracker and Abigail. Closely following that, oh, there we go. That's better. Closely following the first elimination was Abigail, bringing the teams back to even two people each. And then Karma was eliminated, giving Savannah and Firecracker the advantage. And that was the third elimination. And then Steffi was the fourth elimination, and Team The Family was your winner, Savannah, Firecracker, and Abigail. And I tell you, that was a long match. They nearly ran out the 30-minute timer. Why, thank you, Wally. I appreciate that. Really do. Then we went to another tag team match, and this was a submissions tag match. Hell in a Cell. Luckily, this one didn't go as long. We had Davila and Yvonne, the vicious one, versus Enchanted Raven and Mrs. Utaker. Cougars out there, go family, go family, go family. But yeah, Davila and Yvonne, boy, they got taken to the mat. Raven and Tiny, really, I was surprised at how handily they worked that match, and getting the pin on, or I'm sorry, the submission on Yvonne was, I think it was, do you remember, was it Raven or was it Tiny?
I missed it.
You missed it. Okay.
Yeah, I blinked and it was over.
Yeah, it was for a tag match. It was a fairly quick one.
Yeah, it was.
But I know the submission was put on Yvonne. Yvonne was the one that tapped out, but I can't remember who got the submission. I think it was Tiny, but I didn't mark down who it was, but I think it was Tiny. But anyway, Team Raven and Tiny are your winners. Then we get into our 4 number 1 contender matches. We do not have a number 1 contender match for the Gift of the Goddess match. I'll get into that in just a little bit. All right, our first one is a Hell in a Cell Fatal 6-Way match. This is for your Monday Evolution title. We have Angel, Never Ending Legs, Glamazon, Bethrin, and Ladybug, and Leilani Starr. What? You're not calling me manager? I'm disappointed in you, Jamar. But hello, how you doing? And let me tell you, these 6 ladies put on quite a show. They were fighting all over the place. And do I remember correctly? They busted through the cell, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, they busted through the cell. And I mean, just fighting all over the place. And the winner of this match to become number 1 contender for the Monday Evolution title to take on Marzana Rage is Ladybug. Congratulations to Ladybug. Yo, Blaze!
Can we go back to the tag match for a second?
Which one?
Yvonne.
Yes.
It was Raven that got the submission.
Okay, so Raven got the submission. Okay, well, thank you. Did you just go look that up?
Yes, I did.
You know, I could pull it up and we could go through different, show difference, but yeah, I didn't think about doing that. All right, then we had, after the Monday Evolution match, we had your Thursday Revolutionary Elimination Chamber #1 contender match. That's a long title. We had none other than our very own Cougar Knight, Super Not Yet, Jill Grease, Tatiana Marie, Wrestling Mama, that's Tatiana Marie Knight, Wrestling Mama, and D Hulk Chick. And let me go to a different page here. And I don't know, remember, I didn't write down who came out of the pods in what order, but I do remember that Cougs came out last from the pods.
Yes, I did.
And
And I remember Tatiana was third. Well, I guess she was the first one out of the pod.
Okay, Tatiana was the first one out.
Yep.
And her mama was the last one out. I do remember that Wrestling Mama got speared through the or I don't remember if it was speared or power bombed, or anyway, she got put through the pod by Super Not Yet, I believe, but I know it was Mama got put through the pod at one point. But anyway, here are your eliminations. Wrestling Mama was eliminated first by D Hulk Chick. Then Jill Grease by Tatiana Knight. Then Tatiana by her own mama, Cougar Knight.
Love is fair when it comes to, wait, no, not love is fair. What is the word?
All is fair in love and war.
No, not love and war. All is fair in love and gold.
Well, in this case, you could say all is fair in love and war, because that was a war out there.
That is true. It was a rough match.
And then after Tatiana was eliminated by her mama, D Hulk Chick was eliminated by Super Not Yet, bringing it down to not Super Not Yet and Cougar Knight, your last two competitors. And let me tell you, they fought for a little while there, and bringing home the #1 contendership is none other than our very own GM for the Elite Men's Fury and the Extreme Tags. I think that's what it's called. My mind just went blank. Is none other than Cougar Knight.
Yes, that would be me. That's what I get for hanging out with the guys. I learned how to fight harder.
I thought that's just from being a mom.
Oh no, that's how I learned to survive. Because when you have a child trying to kill you almost every other week, that's how you learn to survive. Not necessarily fight, but survive.
I just call that Sunday lunch.
No, that was not yet.
Not yet was Sunday lunch. Okay. Yeah, in our family, we just call that Sunday lunch. Yeah. All right. So your Thursday Revolution #1 contender to take on Super Stevie on Friday is Cougar Knight. All right. Then we jump to our tag team #1 contender match in an elimination match. We have the Dark Stars, Leilani Starr and Paulie the Vampire, taking on the Fatal Beauties. Now, the Fatal Beauties, in their first formation, are former tag team champions. But that was Ann Bonny and Missy Harris. Ann Bonny's no longer with the company. So Missy found a new tag team partner, and that is Ladybug. So, the question in this was, could Missy become the #1 contender with a new partner? So, being this is tag team elimination, excuse me here, folks. Sorry about that. Our first elimination was Paulie the Vampire. Now, most of the time, when you are down at a disadvantage, you're done. But Leilani comes back and evens it up by eliminating Ladybug. Then, after that, she eliminates Missy Harris to go on and win the match, and the Dark Stars are your number one contenders. So coming back from a 2-on-1 disadvantage, Leilani Starr wins the elimination tag match to become the number one contender for the tag team titles. And she will go on, well, not she, but not just she, they, the Dark Stars, will go on to face Righteous Desire, which is Cassie Madam Red and Sunshine Marigold for the tag team titles.
Well, that should be interesting.
That should be a great match. So, but yeah, coming back from a 2-on-1 disadvantage to win the match. I mean, talk about that was a great matchup. I thought you had a great matchup there. So
now I can't wait to see that match tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Jen, how you doing? So we are recapping yesterday's show, talking about day one of the pay-per-view. And then we're going to talk about tomorrow's show. Am I looking forward to tomorrow. All right. Now, normally, at this point in the show, we would go to the number one contender match for the Gift of the Goddess title. But we didn't do that. We didn't have a number one contender match for Gift of the Goddess. Oh, what was that? About 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, about that.
Firestar was on the show, and I asked her if she could have a match, what match would she like to have? She said she wants to take on the Gift of the Goddess champion. She wants the Gift of the Goddess belt. So that meant she has to take on Crusher, my daughter. I asked her if she knew that was who she was taking on, and she said yes. And, instead of putting her in a number one contender match to see if she could earn the right for that title match, I liked her gumption. She stood up, she called her match, and said, "This is what I want." We don't have enough of the women doing that. We got plenty of the men doing that. The men are stepping up and calling their matches. Not a problem there, huh, Cougs?
Nope, not really. But remember, guys, I still have that one match open.
Excuse me here, folks. Yes, I'm putting something down in my ear.
But with talking about Firestar, as I was looking over some of her recent matches, yeah, I know it wasn't a traditional one-on-one type contender match or an elimination contender match or whatever, but she's had some heck of a matches the last few months.
Yeah, she has.
So I would have considered her a number one contender to start with.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I said, hey, she stepped up. She called her match. She comes to the show. She calls into the show dadgum near every week.
Yep.
She may be quiet. Those are the ones you got to watch out for. You got to watch out for the quiet ones.
Oh, yeah.
And she proved it. You got to watch out for the quiet ones. But she stepped up. She called her match. Said, "This is who I want. I want that title." So I gave her that title match because it's my belt to do with as I want to do with. And so she gets the title shot. No number one contender match to earn the title shot. She earned it by stepping up and calling her match. And if more women would step up and call their match, there may be less number one contenders matches and more title shots given. You never know unless you step up. You show up at these shows and you don't even have to call in. It just so happens that Firestar does call in, but just showing up in the Skype chat, even
Making a little noise.
make a little noise, cause a little ruckus. Now,
Well, I don't know about them little ruckuses now.
I was about to preface that. Yes, we're wrestlers. We love drama, but good drama, not bad drama. you got to be careful about the type of drama you draw, because if the GMs have to step in and tell you to cool it, you've gone too far, then the drama's gone a little too far. So it has to be good drama, not where the GMs have to come in and say, or especially if I have to come in and say enough.
Yep.
Or if they don't listen to a GM when the GM says enough, and I have to come in and say, cool it or get out. Yeah. But, there's different kinds of drama. There's good drama and there's bad drama. And wrestling should be focused around the good drama. We are wrestlers. We are drama. I mean, that's what it's all about.
And what I guess a side note, when you're doing your trash talking and such, we have to remember that some of us are not necessarily from the same area. So what one person might think is a good word, somebody else might be offended by. So you guys need to take that kind of stuff into consideration when you're causing your drama and your trash talking and that kind of thing. Because it's one little word that could send everybody over the edge.
Syntax. You got to be careful about syntax. Slang. What you say in your slang may not mean the same thing to somebody else. When I say slick as snot on a doorknob, that doesn't really mean there's snot on the doorknob, folks. But you get the idea of what I'm saying. But somebody may hear that and actually think I mean snot on the doorknob. May take it literal. If people can't, if you get what I mean. So be careful about the slang that you use and the colloquialisms that you use. If you don't know what that means, look it up and say it into Siri or into Google, because I can't spell it for you. But really, and remember that it is a real person behind the avatar, and real feelings can get hurt. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Yes, trash talk and have fun, but just keep in mind. Okay? So anyway, that is how yeah, Wally, to an extent. I mean, you can get a little more than just friendly, but you got to be careful with it. So that's how Firestar got straight to a title match. She stepped up, called her match, called her title, called the title that she wanted and said, "This is what I want. This is the match I want." I set the stipulations on it, but so that's how that happened. And Blaze, your feelings are not always hurt. If your feelings were yeah, no, I'm not going to say anymore. That kayfabe. Yeah, if your feelings are always hurt, you wouldn't run around with Radio Rex. Even if you don't want to run around with all Radio Rex. Anywho, so that leads us to our world title #1 contender match. And that was a 2 out of 3 Hell in a Cell match. And that is none other than Cougar Knight versus Marzana Rage. And again, like I said, that was a 2 out of 3 falls. And taking her to the mat and schooling her. I mean, she just schooled her. Was Cougar with 2 pinfalls to none. And our #1 contender for the world title is our very own Cougar Knight.
That's me.
That's you.
This is my first world title shot, too. I can't wait.
Yes, it is. Very first. And you, and here's how Cougar did not get this #1 contender shot because she's a GM, had nothing to do with that. She is ranked #2 in Thursday Revolution. Marzana is ranked #1 in Monday Evolution. So I couldn't give the #1 ranked person in Thursday Revolution the shot at the #1 contendership because it's me. And I don't want to be in any #1 contender match. I don't really even want to be wrestling. If I had my way, I wouldn't even be wrestling in the company. But anywho, that's another here nor there. But Cougs deserved this, and I'm very proud of her. And I am looking forward to seeing her take on Dakota in the world title match on tomorrow's show. Kind of have mixed feelings about her and my niece fighting it out, but as y'all know, I'll call it right down the middle.
Speaking of calling it down the middle, you were going to tell us who you were cheering for.
You.
See, you didn't say it yesterday.
I forgot. Yes, I was cheering for in my head. I was going, go Cougs, go Cougs. I really did want to. I love Mars. I do. I love Mars. Hi, Iceman. Yeah, I love you. I love Mars. She's a great wrestler, but I really did want to see you get the #1 contendership.
Do you know what kind of party we're going to have in the family locker room afterwards if I get to win?
Oh, it's going to last for a week.
At least.
Why are you poking Joker?
He freaked me out with his big old eyes popping in there.
Oh, okay. At least they weren't poking in the locker room. Good point. Hello, Joker.
That was my way of saying hello. There you go.
Yeah, if he'd done that in the locker room, he'd be blind.
Yes, he would. I would not have used my finger to poke him in the eye.
Been the curling iron.
Exactly.
So, all right. So, here are the matches that we have for tomorrow. And by the way, folks, I did post the link to the studio in the EXW chat. Please call in if you want to talk. Call in and let's talk about the pay-per-view. Gentlemen, by all means, call in. I know y'all have opinion about these matches. It doesn't have to be the ladies that talk about the ladies' matches. Guys, you can talk about the ladies' matches. I know y'all have opinions. Y'all have opinions just as much as us ladies. So guys, call in. Ladies, even better, y'all call in. It's y'all's matches.
Did we give the guys their opinion yet?
No, we haven't. So, for once, they can have their own opinions.
Oh my goodness.
For once. Big Fly, Eli, my nephew, how you doing? It's my nephew. How was work? How's work going? All right, so here are our matches for tomorrow. Shulky gave us this match. We have Sapphire versus Bubs in a Hell in a Cell. Snap, nap, or tap. I am not unwell, thank you, Eli. You're on lunch. Fun. You still enjoying working? What is chat choice? Well, chat choice is exactly what that says. The chat chooses the match. That would have been on Monday, but I canceled Monday's show to do some call work. The men's wasn't a pay-per-view. It was just a men's show. It was not a pay-per-view. So, all right. But Bubs and Sapphire will be a Hell in a Cell snap, nap, or tap match. Boy, Shulky's got it. Either has it in for Sapphire, or does she have it in for Bubs? Or we will have faction action. We will have a faction match. Who's going to be in that match? I don't know yet. Mordrin's still working on that. Mordrin will get me that match sometime today. And once I have that match and the stipulations for the Thursday Revolution match, I will get the match card posted. All right. Our Monday Evolution title match. Ladybug versus Marzana Rage. This will be a 2 out of 3 falls Hell in a Cell match. Okay. Thursday Revolution Leather and Lace title match will be Cougar Knight versus Super Stevie. Stipulations to follow. I have figured that probably will be Snap, Nap, or Tap, knowing Bubs. It's okay, Eli. I know you've been busy. I'm just glad you show up when you do. All right. The tag team match. Do you want to talk about that, Kooks?
Well, this one was the match we didn't really have already set up. We have to do a little bit of adjustment for. And I forgot what it was. Hang on one sec. Well, I know it's a tornado.
It's Dark Stars.
It's a KO tornado with Dark Stars facing
Righteous Desire.
There you go.
And Dark Stars is Leilani, Starr, and Paulie the Vampire. Righteous Desire is Cassie Madam Red and Sunshine Marigold.
I still think that's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's going to be hard to call.
When you put Cassie and Sunny And in a match, whether it's against each other, with each other, you're going to have a good match. I mean, they always put on a good match. And Leilani is showing that she's made of tough stuff. Coming back from a 2-on-1 deficit to win, she's a tough nut.
Definitely.
Now, will we see her crack tomorrow? That's the question. And Paulie is just adorable. I mean, she's just adorable. All right, and then, as I said, Firestar versus Crusher. My daughter, Isis, the Crusher, Valentine, you take her. 2 out of 3 submissions match for the Gift of the Goddess title. Now, remember, the Gift of the Goddess is a unique title here at EXW. It is kind of like a Money in the Bank. It can be cashed in for a title shot at the world title, and only the world title. It can't be cashed in for a tag title or either the Monday or Thursday titles. Only the world title. But it is a belt, so it has to be defended. So, and normally and once that belt has been cashed in, to win that belt, you have to go through a tournament against all of the women in the company, except for myself, because I manage the belt, and the current belt holders, and the last person who held the belt. So, like, if it was cashed in today, Marzana Rage, Stevie, Crusher, Dakota, and myself would not be in the tournament. All the rest of the women in the company would be in the tournament. And there's 72 women in the company. So you subtract out 5 from that, and that is 47 women in the tournament. So you have to go through a tournament with 47 other women to win.
I thought you said there was 72.
Did I say 47?
Yeah.
I meant 67. You have to go through a tournament with 67 other women. I don't know where I got 47. Brain's not functioning, folks. I don't think I have enough caffeine in me yet. I'm working on it. But yeah, so if it was cashed in today, then the tournament would be 67 women. Oh, hey, that's great, Eli. I'm proud of you. Wait, have you been there a year now? No, you wouldn't have been there a year, but you're getting close to a year, aren't you? But anyway, so the Gift of the Goddess match is 2 out of 3 submissions, Firestar versus Crusher. Brooklyn Joker says, Cougar for Gift of the Goddess title. Well, if it hasn't been cashed in by next month, you never know. Yeah, I knew it was getting close to a year. I didn't think it was quite a year. All right, and then the world title is Cougar Knight versus Dakota Moore in a 2 out of 3 knockout match. How good are you at knockout matches, Cougs?
Well, depends. Apparently, I didn't do quite as well as I had liked. I'm sorry, against Firestar when we were doing the brand thing.
Okay. Well, we'll see how you do tomorrow against Dakota.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll stomp on her thigh and knock her out.
Hey, there you go. I'll aim for the thigh. I'm going to start calling that the Suzy move.
It's like WU. You know, the foot stomp gives you a concussion.
I never understood that.
It's an intelligence move.
Okay, so because I stomped on your foot, I'm going to give you a concussion?
Well, because that move is based on intelligence. Intelligence is the head. It gives you a concussion.
Ah, I see.
That's the reasoning behind and concussion and decreases your intelligence on your stats. And that's why you have to go back in and train up your intelligence again if you want to increase your intelligence back up. So yeah, that's yeah. But yeah, that's why the foot stomp gives you a concussion in WU. But yeah, that's why I always, that's so to me, the thigh stomp is equivalent to the foot stomp in WU. I guess maybe it just hurts so bad it makes you black out. The dogs are good, Eli. The dogs are good. I don't know. But anyway, other than your two matches, which one are you most looking forward to watching, Cougs?
The tag match.
The tag match. Well, that's the one you GM.
No, actually, it's because of the match itself. Yeah, I've seen tornado tag matches, but I'd never seen a knockout tornado tag match.
Well, thank you for not making it an elimination.
I thought about it, and I said, nah, there's been too many of those, so we're going to go a different way.
Whew, that might have lasted forever.
Right?
Yeah.
That first one, oh my God, yesterday, that first match, like you said, we were almost at a draw. What'd you say? Like a little over 2 minutes were left in that one, and it was a 30-minute match?
Something like that. It was, I seriously thought that was going to go to a draw. And I'm like, I was like, this is the match, almost like that match that never ends. So, woo. But anyway, that is our pay-per-view. I hope y'all are looking forward to that. I certainly am. I'm looking for, I don't know which match I'm looking forward to most. I mean,
if it weren't the tag match, I think I'd have to go with Gift of the Goddess.
Well, I mean, my girl's in that match. Of course, when is chat choice? I don't know when the next chat choice is going to be. Besides the next pay-per-view, I don't know. Sometimes Shulky and Zerk have chat choice instead for murderous matchup, so I don't know. Of course, I can't wait to see my girl fight. Can't wait to see you and Dakota. The tag match, I think, is going to be hellacious.
Yeah.
I just, they're all going to be. I don't know what the faction match is going to be. I don't know. It's just, we've got such a great lineup for the title show. Joker's looking forward to see Cougar win the title. Which one?
Aw. Yeah, which one? I have two that I'm going after.
She is up for two of them. The Thursday Revolution leather and lace title and the world title.
When you do a chat choice, do you have to go out of universe or in universe?
It depends on if I have all of the matches before the show or if I'm getting the matches during the show.
Oh, okay.
All right, Eli, you have a good rest of your shift. Love you.
Stay safe. Okay, I was just curious because with that one match hanging, I might let that one be a chat choice match.
If that was the case,
You would have to go out of.
I would have to reduce your matches down to 6 to set universe mode and then do the last one, that last match,
Oh,
outside of universe mode.
oh well, sucks for them. I will make that match because I already have the other 7 or other 6 already set.
I mean, it's not hard to do that. I can do that, but that's what I would have to do.
I've got a list if nobody steps up.
So, but I mean, we have time, so. So is anybody going to call in? We may have a short show tonight.
Well, I was about to say I'm getting ready to have to skedaddle.
Yeah, if nobody calls in and you have to leave, yeah, it's going to be in the show.
Yeah, I have an appointment.
So, but yeah, anybody else out there have a match that they're looking forward to? But yeah, I think this has been a really good pay-per-view. Really great matches set so far. Real quick,
I'm hoping to be a little more organized next time.
you did well. You were good.
Well, I felt a little frazzled there trying to figure out the tag one.
Okay.
But I think that was only because I kind of jumped in there when nobody else was helping you with that one. And I wasn't quite sure of the different tags. So I had to go back and watch a few shows, and that kind of made me feel rushed.
Okay. Well, if you ever feel rushed or you need help, just ask.
Well, like I said, it was just trying to catch up because I hadn't really paid much attention to the tag matches, as in actually watching to see who was doing what. You know, I saw them, I saw who won, but I didn't see how they were winning, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to check out the DWS calendar and also to check out the Redbubble store for all your EXW merchandise. If you find a graphic that you like and an item that you want it on, but it's the drawstring backpack, but it's not in the color that you want it on, just let me know and I can upload the graphic again and change the color of the backpack. So just let me know and I'll work with you on that. Oh, hey, it's our favorite. It's Firestar.
Hi,
Hey, Firestar, how are you?
I'm good.
Your big match is tomorrow. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
All right. She's the one word answer wonder.
I know, right?
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
Well, I mean, I'm not wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. So what's your game plan for tomorrow?
Um, I'm just gonna try my best.
There you go. That's good. Nothing wrong with that. I forgot to turn that on. We have a banner now.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
I forgot to turn that on. I'm a dork. Look, I changed our logo at the corner. I'm playing with things.
Oh, up at the top?
Yeah.
Ha, it was the old one and now it's the new one.
Well, I have a banner, and then that's the logo. So I just changed it from the banner to the logo. The banner's on the YouTube page. So are you excited for your match tomorrow?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Oh my God, that
we
was
got
3 words.
Jeez. Really? That surprised you?
Yes, it did.
Oh boy.
Oh, you know we love you. That's why we tease you. If we didn't like you, we wouldn't tease you.
True.
Oh, wait, hold on. Had the wrong date. Here we go. Now it's right. Now I have the right episode and date. Well, I'm glad you're excited about it, because I mean, this is your first major title shot.
Yes, it is.
Now, have you fought for the weekly titles, right?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think you've fought for the weekly title, but this is your first major title. Tag or goddess or world. Well, I'm sure you're going to do well. I wish you luck.
Thank you.
And I wish my daughter luck. I'll call it down the middle. But you know who I'm pulling for. I'm pulling for both of you, really. It would be fun to see you win your first major title. But of course, you know, I'm still rooting for my girl.
I know.
Because, well, it is my girl. Yeah, Firestar, what's your game plan? I do. I call it down the middle. I really do, Blaze. Go back and watch those matches with Sun, those 6 matches between Crusher and Sunny. I called them right down the middle. Shadow Press says, I think it's time I win myself some gold.
I saw that.
And really, Blaze. She can have game plan all she wants. It's not like the AI is going to follow it.
Okay, I gotta run. Y'all have a good night, and I will see you when I get here tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Kooks, for being here. Appreciate you.
Later, Cougar.
Bye, sweetheart. You have a good night. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
I did not.
You did not what?
Blaze says, just like you did with Sunshine, you two rooting and hollering and cheering against Sunny. I did not. I called it down the middle until that last match, and then I was cheering on Crusher because she needed to win so that we could retire Sterling Rich.
Yeah, but that didn't happen.
No, it didn't. But I always gave props to Sunny. Always.
Yep, that's true.
No, I did not. I wanted Sunny to win 5 matches. And I wanted Crusher to win 5 matches. So you can take that and you can kiss my lily white ass.
Blaze, you are a mess.
Anywho, how are things going with you?
Good.
One word answers.
Shut up!
I tell you, you are the queen of one word answers.
No, I am not.
I love it.
Shut up.
It's so cute, so funny.
It is not cute.
It is too. Well, call in, Blaze, and plead your girl's case. No, but you're not going to do that. Because you're scared.
Well, Blaze isn't scared. He's just being a messy pants right now.
Firestar's at her best when Rex is around, makes her mad. Oh, Shadow Press wants to know, did you get your
Shut
homework
up.
done?
You are being a mess right now.
That's
And yes,
always
Shadow, I
That's
did.
always your excuse, Blaze. Excuses, excuses, excuses. You're never going to call in because you're scared. You're scared to call in. You're just going to keep making excuses. See, I know why Shadow Press can't call in. Because he's at work. Hey, welcome to the show, David.
Hi, alright.
How are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Not unwell, thank you.
Just
Hi,
working
David.
in. Why it sounds so quiet? I don't know what I've done. Hello, audio. Echo console defaults.
Like you can't multitask. I swear, you are just we lost David.
Oh no.
Or why can't you start getting ready earlier so you can at least call in like the last 15 minutes? Call in for 15 minutes. Yeah. We're not going to be on here much longer. We'll let David talk a little bit, and then we're going to go. You can't call in. You can't call in for 15 minutes.
I sorted it.
Welcome back. You were here before.
Yeah, it's me. Audio for some reason. It's not coming through my speakerphone.
Okay, well, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello, David.
I had to swap it to earphone.
David.
Speakerphone. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you better now. I had a moment with my phone.
Okay.
I didn't want to get another spanking again, so I thought I'd better show.
Like I wouldn't. I have yet to spank. From Cougs.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, see, Cougs has already left, so she doesn't know you called in. So you're in trouble now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with that next. No, when she watches the Roundtable, but she'll see I came in, so I can't get told her.
I'm gonna tell her you didn't call in.
I have proof. I have a screenshot.
I'm gonna tell her you didn't call in.
Oh, wait, that's a screenshot. And I've got a screenshot. I'm all good.
and I'll go in and I'll cut out the end of the show.
No, I've just screenshotted my phone. It's all good. I came with my own proof.
So, are you excited about what's happening in EXW? Did you watch the pay-per-view?
Sort of. I caught a 5-minute glimpse of before I passed out. So I've got to sit back and watch it.
Okay.
Today's been an editing day, trying to build up the roster for my show, so it's been a long day.
Oh, I get you. I've got about 20 it's now like up to 18 characters that I have to make. I've got 3 completed.
At the minute, I've got 30 over 2 brands, so it's 15 on each at minute.
Yeah, I've got 3 completed. I've got 3 that all I have to get done is move sets, and then I'll have 6 completed.
Yeah, it's funny games.
Yeah, out of like 18. I think it's 18 I'm at.
I think I've made official. Well, I've downloaded 4, so out of 30. I've probably still done about 30 characters developed on my own in about a couple of weeks, so not too bad.
Yeah, 18 characters.
Yeah, the thing is, after you get in a role, you'll be fine. It's just getting started. It's getting the time to be bothered starting. After you get it started, you're fine. It's just getting into the role.
My problem is that the faces are just not coming out right. I'm having problems with the faces. And I don't like that when you set that when you pick striker, technician, high flyer, or powerhouse, they don't just give you the same generic body like they used to.
No.
You know, they give you, I think it was for powerhouse, they give you, they give you a black man or a black woman.
Yeah.
And instead of just giving you a plain generic person that you can then go and change however you want to with a face, doing the facial region or face template, you know, and then go in and change the body color and all that like you used to do. Now I understand that the body type and the height and weight and all that, I get that, but just because you pick a powerhouse doesn't mean you're going to be black. Or if you pick a high flyer, you're going to be, I can't remember what they have for high flyer, but
Mexican. Mexican.
Yeah, not all higher flyers are Mexican.
But you can change it. My guy counts as a high flyer and he's white. But you've got to go in. You've got to go in.
But you have to go in and change do all the changes instead of just giving a generic body, face, and all. You have to then go in and make tons of changes.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I've not found it that bad to be honest, but maybe it's just because I've been blitzing characters left, right, and centre. But
I'm just saying. I'm just saying though, the whole.
Oh, they've made it more complicated. They didn't need overcomplicate the way they've done.
That part about it is more complicated. I do like the personas.
Yeah.
You know, I do like that you can choose a persona. I found that a lot that is neat for setting up, choosing a persona and then making that a second attire. Yeah, movesets. Since I don't make movesets to start with, that hasn't been too bad for me. I have done some work with the moveset, and yeah, it is. Movesets are completely different this time. I have, yeah, that is an issue. Is movesets. I do find that the movesets are a lot more cumbersome. In some ways it is a little easier. In like finding finishers and signatures and things like that is easier, instead of having to go into the OMGs and then to the finishers and then to the signatures and that. But other things about it is a whole lot harder.
Yeah, like I think the other thing was the custom. The custom sort of annoyed me a little bit. Like it still does this because I feel like it's not. It's basically pick a superstar and pick an entrance, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like pretty much pick an entrance, and then whatever entrance you've got, you pretty much just pick the same victory. They might as well just combine them. So you pick your entrance and your victory at the same time, rather than have it as a separate thing.
Yeah, the entrances, you have to pick a superstar's entrance, or a generic. You can't go in and customize it.
Have you been online yet? Have you had an online match?
No, I don't play.
Right. Well, I was online the other day, and this was another point. Me and my mate, we like playing, having a good laugh online, and we was in a half an hour match. What we couldn't work out is why you can't do an entrance online, but you can do a victory celebration online. Makes no sense at all. Like I can celebrate victory, but I can't celebrate walking to the ring. Made no sense at all. Why they cut that out?
Yeah. Shadow, I made Bubs, Cherokee Hawk, and Hunter Davids. Bubs and Cherokee took me like 3.5 hours to do those two each. Hunter took about 2 hours. And that's creating entrance and movesets. But I found that movesets, really the easiest way to do a moveset is copy a superstar's moveset and then go in and make tweaks to it.
Oh no! See my first character, like the move. Like obviously, what I did is when I was doing the character for your show and I was doing the character for PPS, I just copied the moveset I'd already preset myself for my actual original character. But like that took me 4 hours just to go through every move and make sure it was what I wanted on my character. It took me over 4 hours just to do it, and that was just a moveset. That was even the character.
Yeah. Well, they're not, we weren't changing every single move. There were only certain moves we wanted to change. So it wasn't going in and checking every single move to make sure that was what we wanted, because we already knew we weren't going to go through and change every single move. So that's why it didn't take that long.
Say I did every move. Mine's proper customized the hell on it.
Yeah.
So it's quite cool.
If they want that, I'm not the person for them.
No, to be honest, I've only done it with my character, and I'm like, I'm never doing this again. Like, it took too long. It took 4 hours just to get through it. Every move
Yeah.
and decide what I wanted. I was like, but like a lot of my, like, because I wanted to keep it like it was an actual wrestler. I didn't go with like, oh, everything's a spear or everything's like this kind of move. Everything's like a setup for another move, like a normal wrestler would do.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. I just don't. That's just not what I'm good at. I am better at the creative side, the tweaking the face, making those kind of adjustments, making, I don't do the overlays, but I understand that there's a lot of problem when you do the custom looks like that. A lot of people are saying there's a lot of problems. But I can go into the facial region, and I can go into the deformations, and I can tweak there and really fine tune a face and really get it looking good.
So yeah, the thing is with me, I didn't go for face because like I've used a lot of custom logos. You know, like where like I've made them cartoony on the attire, so like it makes it more realistic. Like if you look at the badge I've made for like your show, it has my face, but it's cartooned in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it ties in with the face I've got on the character. And then I've done this. By the way, did you notice what I put on the pants?
The what?
Have you downloaded the character yet?
Yeah, I've got Natalia and David. I just haven't gone in and looked at them.
Oh, bro, wait till you see the pants.
I will go and look at.
The pants are in detail. I've put so much into that character that it's ridiculous. Like I couldn't message you everything I put into that character because it took me about an hour. But like I put loads in.
I will go and look right now. I have to switch profiles.
There's that when I was telling Cougs about it, she went, "Did you put that up pants?" I was like, "Yeah." She went, "It's not. It's something that thing your elf will find funny." That's what she said. About it.
Yeah, I'm going and looking now.
When you haven't messaged me about it, I was like, she's not noticed yet. Because I've even done something on the gloves where it says hurt and heal on my hands.
Okay.
But like the pants, I thought you'd find hilarious. It was the organisation, like, because they had like turn all the writing so it went down the leg because it was that long.
Now you didn't put glow or anything like that on them.
No.
Okay.
No, it's meant to be like an enforcer, and so I was thinking security in my head. So that's what my idea was. Like when she said, I was just thinking security, so that's why I went all black and different colours on it.
Because I have banned glow.
Oh, I've not done that yet. I've done glitter on certain characters in mine.
Now, glitter's okay. It's the glow and the black light, especially though the glow.
Mm.
Now, how come your picture doesn't show up?
Because you've got to go in and say, like, it's got to go in as a separate file. You know, like, are you on about, like, for my profile picture, as it would come up, you've got to set it via a profile picture, and then you've got to, that's why it comes up character, not profile picture.
Oh, you have it as your profile picture?
No. Like, you know, when you go down and you go into personalize, you've got to put, like, a profile picture to actually get it to show up with your face. I've done it for all my characters, but it takes a minute to do. It'll take you ages just to set it all up. Because you have to go in and get everybody's picture and then re-screenshot it and then send it back over, then profile picture over. It takes ages.
Okay, now what does it say down the side?
In EXW We Trust. I think I put. Remember.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I didn't think you would notice it, like, because it's really like you have properly stirred character. But I thought.
Yeah, I noticed the EXW on the front.
Yeah, it's down the left-hand side. No, The right hand
Yeah.
side. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I thought it was something fun. There's a bit of a rip take of what WWE do.
Oh yeah, and then EXW Enforcer with the
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
That's funny. How cool.
I already made the
That's
thing is
cool.
I'd already made that logo. I just have to send it over if I make it to a character.
That's cool.
It's funny what I've done with PPS as well. He's not noticed how much detail I've put in these yet, but when he downloads these, it'll be funny.
But anyway, so what? No, I'm really not understanding why your wrestler's picture doesn't show up.
Right, so I don't know if it's because I had a personalised picture on my profile, because it did the same with Natalie, and Natalie's is a personal post, because I've got like a personal image on mine from my side, so I think it's that. Because they had a profile picture attached to it.
You have a custom image?
Yeah, I had a custom profile picture that I had as like the actual picture, but then obviously because I've transferred it over, it takes a profile picture of the character, so I think it's that. So that's why my face doesn't show up and it shows up a blank wrestler. That's what I'm putting it down to. It's probably a glitch, to be honest. It probably shouldn't do that, but that's what I'm putting it down to. Because Thingy did it yesterday. Ashley sent me the same thing, and I was like, I don't know, because when I uploaded it, it's the profile picture off altogether.
Yeah, see, that has been giving people a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm.
Having the personal profile picture.
That's what I think it is. I think it's because I had personal profile pictures on, because they had like 3 of the same characters, so I wanted different logos on, so I knew which one I was uploading to, which, like, obviously it was sending one to you, sending one to PPF, and sending one, you know what I mean? So I wanted to have that initial logo.
See, I would rather have the wrestler's picture.
Yeah, I think you can do that. I don't know. Maybe there is a way around it. I'll have to look into it. But I think that's what it is. I think it's because they had a personalised profile picture. But I'm doing
There we go. I got there. I went in and I saved it again, and now it's
coming up.
the wrestler's picture now,
Right. So it's
instead of that. Yeah.
It would have been because of the profile picture. But at least it's an easy fix, though. I thought it was going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
At least it was easy enough.
But
I can't wait to get my. I know. I bet you like me though. Now you just can't wait to get it started, because like mine's all ready to go. It's just literally getting people to download, send characters over, and like get it going.
yeah, one of our one of the DWS community has already lost all of their data and had to start over.
I would actually probably never play the game. If that happened, I'd never play the game again. Like the amount of hours I've put into creating, if that happened, I think I'd never play the game again.
I don't remember how many characters she said she lost.
Well, mine would be 30 now, so that'd be what? Probably 2 hours a character, roughly, when I've been making them. So about 60 odd hours, if not more, and that's not including arenas and belts on top. Yeah, I think I would rather, because like it took so long to get them done.
She had finished 14 calls.
I'd never play the game again. I'd honestly, I'd delete
And
it.
plus all the images and yeah.
I admit it, apparently they fixed that though with this last update. The thing is, I didn't, because I have found out like don't go over the top, with custom images. So like what I did is that, like when I was making characters, I was limiting like to 2 custom images, and that was it. So that's probably what saved me in the long run.
Yeah, but she had lost 14 calls, and unfortunately, the calls the calls she had uploaded were not re-uploadable. So you can't go. None of us can go in and send the calls back to her. Those of us that got calls from her.
Yeah, that's good. See, I might have to back up my. See, I don't want to do that because I've got my characters all customized and I don't want to mess with. So I don't want to upload them to the server, but I might have to just in case that happens. I can't see it happening because apparently that's what they did the other day. Was patch it from doing that and from losing save data.
But yeah, so yeah, she lost 14 characters that she had made. I told her, I said, next time when you finish a character, send it to one person as a re-uploadable call, so it can be saved for you somewhere.
Yeah, because you're looking at she's got to put about 30 hours in of work into characters based just alone.
Plus,
yeah,
for what I've done, if I'm spending but I'm also working with other people, not just I'm working with somebody going through, okay, here's they're working with me looking at all the different items and looking at and telling me, oh yeah, I like that, let's adjust the color, and it's not just me sitting down and doing it.
Yeah, I did that with 2 characters. But I did it with,
and that's what took me 3.5 hours.
Yeah, because obviously you're tweaking little minor things you're tweaking in it, and it's like because I had a vision in my head of what I wanted to do with the character anyway with one of them, and when I was showing him, he's like, "Oh no, that's bang on, Dave. What you've done is perfect." But even then, it still took me about 2 hours with me having some general background to it. So yeah.
So I mean, now my work is a lot. The stuff that I'm building didn't take as long.
No.
But when I work with somebody else, it takes me longer.
Oh hi, Walter. I've just seen Walter.
Hi, Wally. That's Wally.
Hey, Wally.
We call him Wally.
Firestar
will beat Firecracker. Firecracker's not in a championship match.
I'm not fighting Firecracker. I'm fighting Suzy's daughter.
She's fighting Crusher.
Oh, has that not happened yet?
No, that's tomorrow. When we do pay-per-views, normally what we do is Monday we have a chat choice where chat chooses the matches.
Right.
Wednesday is the number one contenders day, where we do a couple of fun matches, or challenge matches, depending on if the roster gets involved or not. It'll either be two matches that either people have challenged somebody or GM set matches. And then we will have up to five number one contender matches. Because we have 5 titles on the line. This time we only have 4 because one person got a shot straight to the title. Firecracker. Or Firestar, I mean, not Firecracker. See Wally out there talking. Firestar got a shot straight to the title. She didn't have to fight for a number one contendership. And then used to we would do a show on Thursday. That never happened. I'd get a migraine or something and wouldn't have the show. So I just scrapped Thursday. And that was usually all fun matches or challenges, so it wasn't anything of consequence. And then Friday is our title matches. We would have one match that would be a challenge, a GM set match, something like that, a faction match, and then the 5 title matches.
Sounds interesting.
I got to decide if I'm going to try to do my pay-per-view all in one day with 2K22 or not.
So yeah, I've put mine at 14 at the minute, and I think I'm gonna split it over 2 days of recording. Because if the matches when you put it on Legendary can last over over 45 minutes. Some of them. So if they do, it's going to be like a 14-hour pay-per-view at some points, depending on
Well,
how committed the
my
character.
my 7 match shows usually go around 2 to 2.5 hours. So I figure a 14 match card would be between 4 to 5 hours.
It depends on how you've got it set up. Honestly, like I was watching a match the other day and it just looked like it was never going to end at all.
I'm just saying though, if it goes like it has been going with it 19,
If it works like 19.
If it works like 19, I'm gauging on what we're doing in 19. I would have to, see how it goes in 22. I'm just saying if it goes like it does in 19, if my regular shows run about 2 to 2.5 hours, then a 14 card pay-per-view would run anywhere from 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I could sit here for 4 to 5 hours to do a card.
That's what I love about recording, because I can record it instead. Like I can record a couple of games and be like, "Nah, I'm going to take a break," and then go back and record.
See, I don't have a capture card.
No, I just do the thingy, the share button. You can record up to an hour on share, and then send it over, and then record another hour on share, and then record it. That's what I do.
Where do you send it over to?
Straight to YouTube, and then just download it from YouTube. Put it on. The way I do it's crazy.
No.
That's why I do all the custom entrances and the music videos and packages and everything.
I don't. I don't want to get. I don't want to be complicated. I want to be simple.
I love complicated.
I don't.
That's the good thing with mine.
I don't have the energy for complicated.
No, well, the thing is, it was complicated when I first started doing it, and now I've got it down to a fine art of like, the longest thing is like downloading the entrance music and the music and like the promo videos. Other than that, it's a 2-minute job.
And no promos in 22.
No, I mean the promo. I mean the video packages are set up. Like there's like little video packages before they come out. So doing that takes longer.
Yeah.
You'll have to watch.
Yeah, no promos.
Explain. You'll have to watch one of the entrance videos I've done the last couple of days, and you'll get what I'm on about.
Yeah, no promos in 22. I don't use them because nobody gives me promos, so I don't use them.
Well, you sort of null void it with Roundtable, because you can do all the promo work in Roundtable if you want.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody wanted a promo, they could do it here. True, but I mean, during a show, you'd have the promos that you could put in during the shows. None of that anymore. I wonder if people kept complaining about it or something. I know a lot of people used it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit screwed with what I usually do on mine. That's a little bit screwed me over.
But
just a little bit. I'll think of a way around it.
Yeah. But yeah, no show promos anymore. I know quite a few people are going to. Wrestling Mama's not going to be happy with that, because she always, in her show Wrestling Survivor, she always opened the show with a promo, and now she can't do that.
Can we not do it in highlight reel though?
I don't know. I never messed with highlight reel, so I don't know anything about highlight reel.
See, that might work in benefit for me, but if you're a live streamer, the highlight reel is going to be a nightmare to work. Whereas, it'd be all right for me because I can just send it straight over and then cut it in, so it's not a problem.
Yes, I know you can do mixed tags in 22, Wally.
The only problem with mixed tags in that game, this kind of game, is that there's no mixed tag team belts. So there's no reason for mixed tags. Other than if you got a couple of rivals.
The only way you can do mixed tags belt is if you create a man and a woman, a man and a men's and a woman's belt, and you just manually put them on them.
Yeah, that's too much work. It's not too much work, but like if you forget change it, that would be confusing as hell if you forget change it.
The only way they will have a mixed tags belt is if the WWE actually makes a mixed tags belt themselves.
I don't like what they've done with tag team this year in 2K22. I really don't. I feel like they've done the tag team division dirty in WWE this year.
So I really haven't messed with tags much.
No, it's not that. Like, obviously you don't play the game, but like in GM mode, there's no tag team. In My Rise, there's no tag team division at all. Like, there's not even a mention of the tag team division really in the whole
Well, you
thing.
can set tag matches in my GM.
No, you can't. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
there's no belt though for it. So like the tag teams become non and void really. They only really do tag teams if they're asking for it.
Yeah. I don't know anything, but I haven't really done much. I am going to be doing some in. I am going to be doing my GM. A friend is doing my GM with different people, and so I know he will be doing it. So I will be watching him with different people until it's my turn, so I can learn more about it. And I may be doing my GM with Gallery of Nuts so that I can learn more about it before I have to actually play it with somebody else.
Me and my mate started it the other day and we did like 4 hours of recording of it and we just had a good laugh with it.
But I like the concept of the my GM.
It's fun in some aspects, but like it sort of dies a horrible death when you think I can't do anything over a tag team match. Like when you're like, oh, I'd do a triple threat between Hulk Hogan, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and Stone Cold for the belt. Can't do it. You know what I mean? Like it sort of plays with it a little bit there.
Yeah, but
That's one negative I've got. Like I've done a review of it, and the review I've got in a bit too much.
But like I said, I like the concept of the my GM. Now, like I said, I haven't played it yet, so I don't know if I'm going to like the actual gameplay of it. I like the concept of it. Yeah, Wally, I know that 2K22 has glitches. All games have glitches. And you can't roll out a perfect game. Even if they worked on it for 5 years, they're not going to roll out a perfect game. So I mean, you're just not.
Some glitches are funny though. Like you actually have to be there in the moment to find it funny. Like
yeah.
We did one. I was live streaming on Twitch, and there was me, my mate Sweat, and one of my other someone called Nightwolf, and we're in a triple threat. And I've took over my character just to try and get it up on top of the hell cell. And then I tried to do a running move, and I faced through the cage. I was like dangling in the cage, even though I wasn't in the cage. And like then I flopped through. It was mad.
Oh yeah. Well, like the Velveteen Dream, the entrance. If you did a advanced entrance with Velveteen Dream, where he lays on the mat and rolls around on the mat. Mm-hmm. If you take that part of the entrance and do it as an advanced, they melt into the mat.
I'm guessing it's 2K19.
Yeah. It's just Velveteen Dream's entrance isn't in 22. I mean, that's funny.
Mm.
The
thing is, 2K22 was always going to look better than 2K20. There was never going to be a problem where it was going to think it was going to be.
Oh yeah, I mean, anything they could do that is that improved on something in 20 makes it better. Even if it's just changing the background to make it look better. it's better. If it doesn't crash when you make a creation, it's better. You know, the fact that it doesn't crash when I'm going through and creating a character makes it better. You know, I'm working in a move set. I don't have, I'm doing my finishers. I don't have to immediately finish my finishers and go out and completely save the move set and then go back in. That's an improvement. That's what I had to do with 20. You know, I mean, there's so many things about this that is an improvement. Even though I don't do this, the fact that you can take and immediately, once you create a character, you can put it up on community creations. That's a neat feature.
Yeah.
I don't do that because when you make it, you can't go immediately into entrances and move sets from the creation suite and do everything all in one area and then upload it. You have to leave the creations, the creating the body and everything, to go into entrances and move sets. And you only get one opportunity to then, once you create, to immediately upload to community creations.
Yeah, it's a weird way they've done that, because you would think they would do it after you finished the moveset. It would come up like, do you want to upload straight to community creation?
Or ask you every time.
I think it's because you can preset. You know, if you go to, you can like preset entrance and preset the finishers. So like, I think it's if you was trying to do it quick, but like, I don't see why anybody would do that.
But you know, it's I'm just saying though, you know, I think the fact that you only get that one opportunity, I think that, you know, or you know, when you go into entrance and you set the entrance, they should ask you at the end of that.
Yeah.
And then ask you at moveset. You know, do it at the end of each one of those first time.
It would make more sense than what they
That
do with just the, like, let's make a character and straight upload it.
Yeah, but you know, but you know, that's a neat feature. I'm personally not going to use that because I don't want my characters that I make up on community creations and leave them there, because I want to know. A lot of these I make for other people,
Mhm.
and so I don't have permission to leave them up there. And I don't want my character left up there because I want to know where my character goes. So, you know, I very tightly control who downloads the characters that I make, just because every one of these characters that I make has, with the exception of one, every one of these characters has a real life person behind it. And I don't have the authority to put them up there and leave them there unless they tell me to. And one of the people, the real life person behind them is dead. She's a memoriam character.
Mhm.
And she is only to be in my company.
Yeah.
That is the agreement I have with her husband. And unless that changes, that's the way it's going to be. And if it changes, he'll tell me so. So, you know, I will not upload the characters I make without the person behind them's permission. And they won't be re-uploadable because I don't want I don't want somebody else putting them up on community creations and leaving them there. If that's the case, then that person can tell me to do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that I'm trying to be controlling or anything. It's just that I'm not the one behind these people, these characters. I just am the one that made them for them. And I have to respect their wishes about where they go and who has the right to do what with them. Who's your cousin, Shadow? But that's why I'm so protective of the characters that I make. I want the characters treated right. And I want the characters that I create, I want them, I don't want them just passed around willy-nilly without the person behind them's permission.
I'm saying that, like, a lot of my characters, like, people who I know, like, obviously I've used different names or personas, but I wouldn't upload them. I'd upload my character because, like, obviously I'm on the YouTube and it doesn't really matter. Like, you've got my character, PPF's got my character, other companies have got my character. I'm not really fussed, but when it comes down to people who I know, I'm not like, no, you're not getting. I'll use them for my show, but I'm not going to use them for other people as well. You know what I mean? I get what you're coming
Yeah, but if your character is re-uploadable, I'm not going to upload your character unless you've given me express permission to re-upload.
Yeah, man. I think mine's still up. The thing is, I never took mine down. I don't think I've took it down.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just saying though.
Yeah.
If your character is re-uploadable, I'm not going to be somebody that's going to put it up on community creations without your permission. I don't know which character you're talking about. I've made 3 characters in your family, and I'm going to be making several more, and I'm making a lot of other characters. But I'm just talking about characters that I make in general, Shadow.
The thing is, as well, when people try and use your, like, characters, it's you that's put the effort in, so it just looks lazy. Do you know what I mean? In some aspect, unless, like, you're doing it for someone else. Like, obviously, I'm doing one for you. I'm doing one for. If I'm doing it for that reason, but, like, if someone's going in, then taking my character and then editing it and then putting it back, it just looks lazy. You know what I mean?
I know that a friend of mine, that his character work was up on community creations for a very short time, but somebody downloaded it, made a few small tweaks, and then re-uploaded it as their own creation. But it was his character.
Yeah.
And I don't want that done to my work. So that's one reason why I'm very peculiar about my work getting out there, and just that also for the fact that so much of what I do is for other people.
Yeah.
One of I have, well, actually I have 2 that will never go anywhere besides my company, because one of them is the person behind them is deceased, and the other one it's my manager's husband's character, and he ain't going anywhere besides EXW because he didn't want to be anywhere else. I had to talk him into being an EXW. So Gallery of Nuts isn't going anywhere. So, you know, those two will never be uploaded. Just because, yeah. And Yvonne will not be uploaded unless her husband tells me, hey, she needs to go to PDW. You know, but everybody else, they'll tell me who needs their character, and I'll get with that owner and say, okay, I'm going to upload XYZ wrestler. Let me know when you get them so I can bring them back down. Because I just want to make sure they're, or if they say, hey, put them up on Community Creations and leave them there. All right, I will do that. And I'll say, okay, here's the hashtags. Let everybody know that this is the hashtag. You know, I'm going to do it how the person that owns the rights to that creation, because it's not my creation, it's their creation. I'm going to handle it the way they want to handle it. It's their intellectual property, not mine.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's how I want to respect that. And how did we get off on this?
We was talking about
Yeah.
downloading. Sorry, it was character. We was talking about characters.
Yeah. How did we get off on this? But yeah, I got a lot of creating to do over the next little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done. It's just
I
literally
wish.
downloading.
But
I
I am taking my time with it. I'm a lot of them, you know, I'm sitting down with them, and I'm get them on Skype, and I put my computer where they can see my TV, and I'm going through and letting them watch everything as I do it, and that way they can have their fingers in the pie.
Yeah.
And so they can watch it. Like Yvonne,
Yeah.
I will Bubs and I will make Yvonne and Sasha Camaro, even though Sasha has a real live manager. They don't care that Bubs and I make Sasha. They're fine with that. But you know, Yvonne, Bubs and I knew her very well. We were two of her best friends. She was my best friend, Yvonne was. And her husband knows that we will treat her right. So, but yeah, like most of them, you know, like Rebel and Carmella, I will sit down with the manager, the person behind the character, and they will watch me do everything as I do it. And then that way they can see as I do it, and then they have their say in it, and it's theirs, not mine. So, well, hey, it is 8:00, and Blaze will be starting WrestleSense podcast any moment now. So why don't we bring this to an end? I figured we would have been done an hour ago. At the rate it was going, I thought it was going to be done an hour ago.
And then Force comes in and keeps it going.
Oh, you're fine. Why don't we wrap this up, and everybody head over to WrestleSense podcast, and be sure to tell them Elfie sent you. So remember, folks, if you aren't vaccinated, do your research into the vaccine, and if it's right for you, get vaccinated. And wear your mask, social distance, do all those good things that keep you safe and healthy so that you can be back here when we go live again. We will be live tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern for the day 2, the title matches here at EXW. And tomorrow's the return of Wrestling Survivor. So we have that to look forward to. And if you have an opportunity, folks, to do something good in your community, please do so. And let's bring some balance back to our world. And you never know, your act of good could spark a revolution of good in your community. And, it can help somebody, it can spark somebody to do something good themselves. And let's bring some balance back into our world. And I wish each and every one of you to have a great night tonight. And thank you all for being here, each and every one of you. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you, Firestar. Thank you, David. Thank you, Cougs, for being here.
No problem.
And
No problem.
good night, everybody.